Hello and welcome. Today I wanted to talk about the encounters we have with unseen energy. And we have these encounters probably daily, but almost daily at least. There are forces at work under the surface and around us and behind the scenes that we don't see with our eyes. Forces that are very real. Forces that are not measured by our five senses. Maybe they're forces that we don't see, but there are other beings out there who do see them. An example is that birds can see ultraviolet light, but the human eye is not made to see ultraviolet light. So we can't. Does that mean it doesn't exist? No, it does exist. We know it exists. Let's talk about microwaves, right? Many of us have microwaves in our home. We know they work. We know they heat up our food. But do we ever see, feel, or sense those waves, those microwaves that are doing the job there? No, we're not aware of them. But because we see the result, we believe in them. But that's an unseen force, an energy that we don't see. Dogs is another example. So when we blow in a dog whistle, we cannot hear the sound, but a dog can, because a dog's hearing is made different than ours. So those three examples are some very basic examples of how there are energies that are at work in our life, in our everyday, that we're just not even aware of because we've come to not trust anything outside of our five physical senses or anything that science has not backed. Now, luckily, this is all changing. We're in this time of great awareness and awakening. And I'm going to go there. We have to see this right now with what's going on in the United States with the protests and the riots. There were things here that many people like me were kind of not as aware as we should be about. There are many people who live their whole life seeing things a different way than I do. And it's time that all of these energies are acknowledged and understood, and that we start having open communication about the ways that we are not seeing things and the ways that we can open to become aware of them. Now, when we bring it back to energy, we're lucky because quantum mechanics is doing that job for us. Quantum mechanics is filling in the holes that classical science left open. You know, there were things that classical science could not answer, and it was just, we don't know. But now quantum mechanics is stepping in. And what quantum mechanics is proving is that so much of the shamanic expanded awareness and perspective is actually true. We've now got science to a point where we can measure. We've created devices that can measure energy at scales we've never seen before. Things down to the tiniest little particle/wave, because we've learned that something can be a particle and a wave at the same time. It's fascinating stuff. If you're interested in science, check out quantum mechanics. It's mind-blowingly fascinating. But we've got that tool to start to validate what in truth we all know is real. So I want to just shout out to everyone who is working really hard right now to bring our humanity to that place of expanded awareness. Bring us to a place of more enlightened discussion, to bring us into a place of greater balance and harmony, because we're seeing all of the range that there is to see. We're not just focused in on our small experience and what's in front of our eyes and what can be proven by science and what we're willing to look at or accept. Let's live in a more expanded awareness. So the next time you have an encounter with energy of some kind, any kind, maybe it's a dead one who's crossed over, maybe it is just feeling the energy of a land, of your home, maybe when you feel stuck energy or when energy is flowing beautifully, I want you to know that you're not crazy. You're living the shamanic perspective. You're living in expanded awareness, and that's a good thing. Stay there, because the world needs that right now. We desperately need, every single one of us, to step into a place of expanded awareness and to accept those things that in the past we haven't been seeing. Thank you. I hope you have a beautiful day.